Hello everyone, Dom here from Esports News UK. This is before the grand final, the day before the grand final. I'm joined by two UK legends here, Jamada and OfficerNaughty. How's it going, guys?
Legend might be a bit too generous, but
you were on stage. You were on the League of Legends stage this weekend.
Yeah, I was. It was
Not
pretty
this
fun.
Weekend. But,
during the week, last weekend technically as well. So I'll give you that. Yeah.
How was that? How did that come about? Because you weren't on the casting lineup announcement, right?
Yeah, no, I wasn't. But talent manager just reached out. I was like, hey, we need someone to do hype man stuff in between the breaks and stuff.
That's really good.
And yeah, I was totally down because I mean, home crowd. It's hard to turn that down and say no.
Yeah. I saw you in a Don Jake interview with Goldborg, I think it was, interrupting as well.
Yeah, no, I was there on the side. We was all just chilling out. But it was, I think the battery was about to down the camera or something. And the cameraman was like, you need to go up there and tell them because I can't tell them from here. That was it.
How's it been, as well, having MSI on our doorstep? Like, for me, I was here Worlds 2015, but it's lovely to have it back, seeing all the fans.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's lovely, right? And like you said, it's been 8.5, almost 9 years. So coming here as well, different event, different venue to the last time, because I think it was in Wembley Arena. And then was amazing, now is amazing as well. I think especially towards the end of the tournament now that, almost every day is like packed out. I know there was like a couple of people worried because at the very start of the tournament during playing, it's like a little bit above half capacity. It was like, ooh, are we going to get full time? But of course, like it was always going to be packed towards the end. And now that everyone's here, the atmosphere is amazing. Yeah,
there were a few days where it's a little bit quiet, but that is to be expected for an event that's 3 weeks long. Yeah. I think it's done pretty well, and we've had the Mayor of London today saying this is an esports global leader, this area here east. It'd be nice to see more arenas hosting esports events here, but it's positive, isn't it?
Yeah. It's great to actually see events back here. I think obviously as well, not to be too political, but like post-Brexit world, I'm sure like business side people are probably worried about coming to the country, investing in anything, right? But I think now that dust has settled and it seems like Riot is happy to place events here. I'm sure there's probably like a lot of scary red tape stuff that was maybe like looming beforehand, but now it seems pretty clear that they're capable, and the turnout is here. The turnout is present, and I think that's also the important thing. It's been so long between now and the last event that we had.
Yeah, 100%. Stay there, Jamada, because I'm going to ask more questions. But OfficerNaughty as well. Sure. I'd love to talk to you. You've been in the UK scene a while now, doing things with Eminem, doing coaching and stuff. How have you found it today?
To be fair, I think Jamada, you said you went to the last one, but I never went to the last tournament, Worlds. Was it Worlds in Wembley Arena? So this for me is my first experience in the UK. I kind of missed out on all the NLC finals when they did them in Excel in Twickenham, and I never did anything. So Insomnia has really been it for me. So to come here and see the amount of fans and when you're inside there, because I went to the LEC stadium earlier this year.
Oh, nice.
Well, last year when I did my little tour, and that crowd's so much smaller, but here was I don't know how big this is, 8,000 probably.
2,500.
2.5.
Yeah.
I've just said 8 when it's 2.5.
So the copper box
7.5.
I think can hold about 7.5.
That's it.
Because of you need a backstage, the stage, everything. So they've had to set out for 2,500. But honestly, if they wanted to, I mean, it's a pretty worth trade in my opinion because the stage is pretty badass. But they could have very easily, done what they normally do and the road shows. A lot of the time they'll have the stage set up in the center, and then had the whole thing centered around. But honestly, the stage is so fantastic. So I think it's been great to have it like that anyway.
And they sold out so quick. Tickets were sold out instantly. I didn't even. Oh well, thanks. Shout out to Sof. I'll say that. Sofane, Eminem Sof. He helped me out with my tickets. But resale price is ridiculous, and they sold out within 5-10. So. Why not a bigger arena, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
I did hear someone messaged me the other day saying, hey, I need a ticket. Can you get... I was like, well, best thing is to contact the box office and see if there are any return tickets. I mean, video may go out after the whole blooming event is finished now, so this is rubbish advice. But good advice for future esports events. But I want to ask you both some fun London questions as well. Your best Cockney rhyming slang?
I don't think he's gonna know it.
Is that wasn't it in
that's the funny rhyming stuff?
Gold? Well, no. What's that? Is it Mike Myers that did in that film with Michael Caine as his dad? Well, what did he say? Apples and pears.
Yeah, that's one. What does that mean?
I'm not from London. I'm from Portsmouth. I live by the seaside.
Any Portsmouth slang? I've heard I'm not a Pompey girl apparently is quite a thing.
Well, I've never said that. There's this tattoo people get. I don't have it, but if you're from like proper Portsmouth, you get this like Pompey dot. So if you see people have a little like blue dot on their finger, it's called a Pompey dot. Yeah.
I've seen people with that actually.
Yeah, no, I don't really have like any Portsmouth slang, to be honest.
Okay. Favourite thing in London?
Oof.
What do you like it here?
Do you know what? Actually, the thing I love most about London is going to sound really sad, but like I really like these like bagel shops. You know, I don't know where
the Brick Lane one.
The one in Brick Lane. Yeah, like there's like this bagel shop and it's like so big, like I don't know, 10 meters long, and all they do is sell bagels.
Yeah.
But it's only like 3 kinds of bagels as well. Yeah. Fantastic. Like I think that's unbelievable.
Specialised. They've got their niche. You know.
Yeah. I had this like some meat and what was it, mustard and something else. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Sounds interesting.
I honestly think that's probably one of the best things about London.
I'll have to check that out.
It's really good. In Brick Lane.
Have you never gone to the Brick Lane?
When I think of Brick Lane, I think of like the curries and stuff.
Yeah, but there's the bagel shop. It's literally once you come off Shoreditch High Street to go on to Brick Lane. It's literally to the left and like 10 shops up. I'm surprised because you're.
No, maybe I have years ago, but yeah, it's usually like Liverpool Street Bankway is usually my when I used to commute into London and stuff. Yeah. What about for you, Jamada? Favourite thing in London and bit of slang maybe?
I mean, slang. Surprisingly, I don't know that much. Apples and pears is stairs, by the way.
Stairs.
Yeah. Wow. So get up the apples and pears.
Yeah. Okay.
On the stick and bone, on the phone.
Ooh. Hang on, that's dog and bone.
Is it dog and bone? Oh, okay, my bad. All right. Close enough though.
But to be fair, Cockney rhyming slang is very old. It's young people don't really talk about that stuff.
No, because my old man is proper like, yeah. So
my mum is Cockney.
Yeah.
It's like Danny Dyer, isn't it? There's no one really like that.
Yeah.
If anyone thinks of like English people outside of England, it's like Bridgerton. They all go like, as soon as you speak anywhere, like I still talk to people from outside England, and they're always saying like, oh, bottle of water, but we don't sound like that like, at all. I think I get called Greek God X a lot because you remember that stream. I'm not sure even how to say him anymore, but he got cancelled. But he apparently farmery, very farmery, and they all think we sound like that or bottle of water.
Yeah, it is one or the other. There's no in between with like outside of the UK and how they see our accents. It's either proper Cockney, proper hello, how you doing, or it's proper farmery. That's one.
What's your favourite thing in London?
Favourite thing?
Place.
Favourite thing or place? I mean,
it can't be Don Jake.
It can't. No, that's a shame. I think the variety of food you can get here is nice. The price can make you cry sometimes, depending on where you come from. Having lived here my whole life, I'm kind of used to it, but it doesn't make it any worse. But you can find some sweet places where it's like it's chill, even if the food is like a little bit expensive. It's great. So I'll probably say like the variety of food you can get here.
Yeah, I just like to say, Diet Coke where I am, Diet Coke's about 60p. Wow. Here, £2. 2 quid. I live an hour away, maybe an hour and a half on the train. £2.
Water's probably £2 here as well. Little bottle of water.
£2.40 in there.
I mean, inflation.
Yeah. And it came out of a can though. Water in a can. Yeah. Where I have never seen water in a can.
That's rare.
But that's any time you go to a venue or anything like that. The prices are always going to be a bit pricey. Once you're in there.
Like I've never seen water in a can.
I've seen water in a can. It's rare.
London thing.
Yeah.
They're so far ahead of the rest of the UK. But it's funny, we both said food, and you saw one of your old articles about MSI players saying the food is rubbish.
Yeah, and this is why I've been asking people, because a lot of the people visiting here, like Travis Gafford saying, I don't like London, I don't like English breakfast. Ashley Kang kicked off a bit.
The problem is, if you just type in food places near me, and you just go to the first place at the top of the list, you're not going to find somewhere nice. You have to just ask local people, and they're going to tell you, go to this place, go to that place. That's it. Just get recommendations.
Google reviews are quite helpful as well. They can be.
Yeah. Google reviews is actually a pretty consistent way to gauge. Because, let's be honest, if you have a long list of Google reviews of all things, if someone's gone out of their way to go and post a review on Google, chances are they do good stuff.
Exactly, yeah. And on the topic of food, what's your Nando's order of choice?
Mine is terrible, but you can't judge me at all. And I know people do judge me, but I can't really handle spice. I'm as pathetic as it. So I get the butterfly chicken burger, double, because something's nice. But I get it with mango and lime. But then I get the chips with piri salt. Pretty solid chips.
I'm liking this.
Bit
Yeah,
spicy in and
I'm
then
liking
garlic
it.
bread, double side, double premium side.
I'm not about the spice life. Cap
Refillable.
says he was spicy. He likes the spice life. What about you, Jamada?
I've got a really uncontroversial opinion, but I think Nando's is like kind of just average chicken. I'll be honest. Like, and
I do hear that. It's
and
not.
you know what? My
bit overrated.
It's a bit overrated. My standards are just a bit jacked up though, because I'm Jamaican and Caribbean, so I've been eating spiced and pepper chicken my whole life. So going into a Nando's and having like, I don't know, butterfly hot chicken, it's just like, well, this is just char-grilled chicken with a little bit of seasoning on it. So, but with that in mind, like I just said, butterfly chicken is normally my thing. Some peri-peri chips. That to me is the best part about going to Nando's, is the chips, if anything, let alone the meat. And that's it for me really, because I don't go into Nando's. I'm not hot or the one above hot. Yeah.
Is it very hot? The one at the top?
Yeah.
I think
don't know
there's
what
one.
it's called.
I think there's one above very hot, but the thing about the one that's above very hot is I think all they end up doing is just slobbing on more sauce. So it's just like, it just kind of ruins the consistency of the food.
By the way, I haven't had a lot of Caribbean food, but shout out to jerk chicken and that rice and all of that. I love that stuff. I love that. My sister, she makes a lot of that stuff. Her roast dinners are infused, like they're like Jamaican style, slightly spicy with the rice. I don't know what it's like, that purple rice with the kidney beans.
It's brown rice. That's all it is. It's brown rice, but it's brown rice. When it's cooked in the kidney beans soak into the rice, so it kind of comes out a little purple looking.
There's a sauce on it. It's lovely. I don't know what the sauce is, but
it might just be jerk sauce, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, this was sort of a League of Legends interview.
don't put it on Reddit. It will get put down.
No, I won't put it on Reddit. I won't put it on my Reddit.
It will get taken down.
Finally, your predictions for the final. JDG, BDG, BLG. I feel like BLG are on the up. I've got Foxtrot. You predicted 3-2 to them, and I'm kind of feeling that, but I could be completely wrong. It might be a sweep tomorrow.
You know what? I didn't know much about Elk before this, and now I'm big Elk and Bin fans. Bin and Elk, unreal. I think they could 3-0. I know it's been like, I know they've been, what did they lose? 3-2 and 3-1 last 2 times, but 3-0. Why not? Why not?
Yeah,
I
mean,
Elk.
So I've been thinking about this a lot. Obviously, coming from the LPL myself, saw both series, and I was riding the high of even though JDG won that first series in the upper bracket 3-2, I was saying it on broadcast. I was like, listen, that was basically a 5-0 series to BLG. Then they went into the finals. They kind of got body slammed in the finals. It wasn't very close. But BLG are very clearly riding a high right now. So I could see them winning, but I think it always goes 5 games. Honestly, I think it's too tough to call given how BLG are playing. And for me, it's a win-win either way, because it's LPL team winning MSI now regardless.
And apparently, I didn't know this, but Munchables tweeted out earlier, this is the first ever all-Chinese international final, and it's in London.
Wow.
Korea's getting
Yeah,
slapped.
I was Googling it. Munchables, if what he's watching, I was Googling it, and I just couldn't find. So
even thinking back in my mind, it's always been, last year was Korea. Year before that was Korea LPL. The year before that was, I think it was Korea LPL again. Then it was LPL EU, then Korea EU. Before then, my memory is not that good. So yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting, isn't it? Korea will be
and
disappointed, won't they?
well, so obviously there's MSI tournaments too. So yeah, first China finals.
Bin was spamming the Fun Plus Phoenix emote the whole time to just like annoy, probably tilt them. Like, I like that, a bit of toxicity. I'm all a fan, so the fact he was just spamming that was fantastic.
I don't mind it. A bit of banter. It's in the game. You're allowed to do it.
And it's a good one. It's a good banter to have. It's like, because probably don't speak the same language, so like that's like the easiest thing to tilt someone. Is to show them a flag of a team that beat them.
I know I said lastly earlier, but I didn't mean it, because I forgot the whole LPL stuff. Maybe tell us a bit about that, Jamada. You've done all kinds of broadcasts now, haven't you? You've done UK Island Nordics. You've done LEC guest stuff, LPL.
Yeah, I'm a bit travel now, I guess. A lot has happened in the last year and a half. For it to all come through, but yeah, it's been an amazing journey so far. The LEC is great because that's obviously a lot of the LPL is kind of chained to being remote at the moment. Obviously there was the live finals. I managed to get Munch, Joe, and Munch is Joe, sorry, Munch, Hysterics, and Kitty out there for finals. That was fantastic. But obviously going to Berlin for the LEC is fantastic because, you know, you get to actually interact with people, the fans, the crowd. Even like being here, kind of like it always reminds you whenever you actually interact with the fans, like that always, for me, it always drives the passion back into the whole thing. For me.
What I love about the fans as well, because a lot of people I spoke to at Worlds 2015 were fans that went on to become casters and things. Like, I didn't speak to him at the time, but I know Nymera was there at the time, and it makes me wonder how many people are here at MSI as fans that will become future talent or streamers or COD players or journalists or whatever.
It's always, you always have to be thinking like that sometimes. It's why like I always get messages or a couple of people come up to me and like said, hey, like because of you I'm getting into casting, or I want to get into casting and stuff like that.
Positive.
So like, you know, that's why I at least for me, I always very happily talk to these people and make sure that, you know, they feel happy and confident about chasing these things, because you never know at the end of the day, right? Like for me, it was basically because this guy like messaged me, was like, hey, do you want to be an assistant coach at M&M?
I didn't realise that was the story.
That was basically how I got into UK Esports, and that was it. The rest was kind of history. I spent 3 splits at M&M, realised I wanted to pursue casting, and then that was it. For me, it was like a slippery slope down into Esports.
I'll tell you what, though, I was a proud dad moment. Like when I saw Jamada in LEC, and there was people coming up to take pictures of him, and like I was just like, it was so cool to see, surreal to see that, especially with like Nymera initialized. People like I'd be talking to them, and there were people queuing behind me to take photos. And I think so cool that esports can create that from that if you're getting to casting. And it's like such a cool ecosystem, and I really hope that the UK gets another shot to show, because the crowds are huge, loud, huge, big crowds. UK always delivers. Always
100%,
delivers.
100%. I hope you had commission for all the people coming up, or there was something in the contract.
No. Well, M&M's produced a lot of people, even though I didn't have much success there. So, shout out for the Flame, Cal, Dan, the boys.
I love the M&M. I miss them from UK. I know we've got Ruddy in there at least, but I want to have both. You know, I'm greedy with UK. I've said lastly about 20 times. Best London football club.
Do you know what? Like, I'm a huge football fan anymore, but I watched this video yesterday. This West Ham fan, literally like saving hundreds of family support. Have you seen this video? It's like this West Ham fan, and there was ultras from another team.
I saw the tweet, but I didn't click on it.
I'll go with West Ham now. Like this guy, literally
around the corner,
he stopped them all, and he held up the hammers. You know, he was just like that. And I just thought, brilliant, fantastic. I was not really a football fan, so I'll go with West Ham.
Are you a football fan?
So I've started to rekindle my love for the game a little bit. We might have bottled the league. Come here. We might have bottled the league, but fellow Gunner. Yeah, we might have bottled the league, but
I'm not worried.
yeah,
we're
like
back in the Champions
we weren't really supposed to be contesting the league from what I understand, coming back into it this year. So you know, to still finish second is still an accomplishment for that lineup, and they're so young. So you know, just having maybe some more senior figures in the dressing room, or just the experience of what they've done this year. Next year, it could be all them.
I might get told off. I have to actually say play up Pompey for official purposes. Play up Pompey. Pompey, great team. Love them. I have to say that probably for official. I don't want to go back there if I don't say that. Play up Pompey. Love the Blues. Up the Blues.
Where are they these days? What league are they in? Is it League One or something? Pompey?
Yeah, low. Good stadium though. Lovely people. Lovely, great community.
A big club, really.
Yeah, great club. Yeah, I work nearby there when I'm back home. So nice club.
It's been great talking to you both. Thanks very much, and shout out to Hannah for being camera person as well. Have a good. Are you at the final tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
Of course he will. Gets free tickets for you now.
No, I don't. I got my tickets ages ago.
I only got one now. I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll watch it though, of course. Yeah. It was so cool to come. This is basically the final LCK, LPL.
Yeah, you're right. Well, T1 as well. I thought they'd make the final.
What a guy.
Great
The
to see him.
Day one.
He's been so long in the game.
And he's still there making plays to win games.
He's still doing it.
Unreal.
You know. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll be back with more content powered by SideQuest Gamers Hub soon.
No losses, I don't do like both. A few screws loose in the head, I'm a psycho. Promise you the bar, this is real as the bite though. Careful not to get too close, I might just go.